think is, while they are drying, you're going to freak out. And that's why I'm doing the demo now. So you guys barely get started, then I make you do this at home. Because otherwise, you would be bothering me for hours on end going, oh my God, it's so streaky, okay? Because the colors, when you're painting color, it looks streakier. I'm guessing that I'm doing this right. I'm trying to get an angle on the camera and my eyes where I'm seeing the light reflect off of the fluorescence so I can see the wet paint, all right? It dries unevenly because you've applied the paint slightly unevenly. So there will be areas that are still wet and areas that will dry. It will look like it's streaky. Relax. Wait 15 minutes. Once everything's dry, you'll be like, oh, it's okay. You know, and if it's not, make more, okay? But just be patient. It's basically I'm telling you everything I told you with the grayscales. One paint is stronger than another, okay? Especially the yellow and orange, especially the yellow and green. I'm telling you verbally now. It's in the instructions here when you go home. Don't forget, and the last one I'll show you is the rose violet, which was created by the devil. Okay, the other ones are bullies and wimps. This actually falls into the category of satanic. Okay, it's a horrible, but it's the best magenta for the color wheel. Believe me, I've been doing this a long time, and I have tried all the Holbein acrylic products, and this is the best one. It is the best magenta. They all suck. They're all really transparent and difficult to work with. Okay, and the red will absolutely demolish it. Okay, but the rose violet's revenge is it was created by the devil. Okay, so I'm going to just do the rose violet by itself to show you how truly satanic it is. Wow, you won't believe this. I mean, you can tell already. It's so horrible. It's so horrible. I mean, look at this. I mean, look at this. Right? Look at this, right? Is this like the worst thing ever?
Like Satan's voice in the background.
Like, oh yeah, it's like, you know, the power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's from The Exorcist. Okay. Ah. Okay. Yeah, a little bit, but it's super streaky. Okay, look at oh my God, ah! So you have to be super careful with this stuff. Look at it, I didn't even fix it. I just made it worse. Yeah. Okay. Devil horn. Devil. That's a devil. Arr. Okay. Now, when you mix it with red, the nice thing is red will kill it. Red is well, red is such a potent, pure red that you're using is such a potent pigment that it will overwhelm this color pretty quickly. And you're like, yay, red to the rescue. Okay. But just beware, the more of the rose violet you use, the more transparent and difficult to work with it will be. Don't say, I didn't warn you. So there are some pitfalls with this that you really, frankly, did not have when you were doing the grayscale. Okay. Look at that. Ferrari red. Oh. Tacto mi meranello. La macchina di Enzo. Forza abbondanza. Oh, che bella abbondante faccia. Okay. It's great. So when you mix it with the red, it's fine. But just beware, it's super, super streaky. Okay. And you have the same problem. These are going to be the two roughest areas are your red to rose violets, your yellows to greens. The orange gets a little streaky, but it's not that bad. But the yellow-green is a nightmare. The red violet is a nightmare. Everything else is pretty simple. The orange, you guys get, what happens is, and you saw the example I showed you, what happens is you guys get hung up on the orange and red because it looks great. And red orange, it's a beautiful color. And the blue green and the turquoise, oh my God, they're so beautiful. The colors, the paints mix really well together. You'll be really, really happy. So most of the color wheel is quite pleasant, but this is tough. As you get closer to yellow, it gets really streaky, and the red and the rose violet are bad. But just paint away. Like, I recommend you go in this order. As I said, it doesn't matter. Like, normally I'm observing you. What time is it now?
It is
Clock.
6.
Okay, it's 6. You guys are just going to get started, okay? And you're going to work on this for about half hour, 40 minutes, and then it's time to clean up and get the hell out of here. But at least you'll get started, and I'll be able to watch you for a little bit, okay? But you're on your own with the painting with this one, all right? This is homework. So go home, paint all these swatches, bring them in next week. Bring your kits again just in case. If you have bad swatches or you're missing like a section where you need more red-orange or you need more blue-green, you can do that next week. Hopefully everybody is pretty much done with all their swatches by the time we meet again, and you're ready to edit. Okay, you're ready to sort. Again, like the grayscale, I'm going to show you how to cut them out with a template, and that's your homework. This week, your homework is paint all the swatches. In class, we edit. I give you the color lecture and how to assemble your piece. Your homework for the following week is finish the color wheel, because we got to move on. We have to begin. There's going to be 2 color projects. One is going to be an individual set of color projects where, again, like you have been so far, have been working on concept design problems that are basically you're solving them solo. The final assignment, as a reminder for this class, are team color assignments that are more complex. You're using color, but it's a much more sophisticated problem-solving environment. So we're going to be, after, now we're done. Like you've done the grayscale finals for Evgeny, you've done the grayscales for me. It's all color all the time for the rest of the semester or term, okay? So start painting, if you can make it from yellow into red, awesome. But just get started. I want to observe, make sure that you guys are aware of any potential pitfalls, that you're comfortable with the color mixing, that there's nothing weird going on that you're going to freak out about when I'm not around. Okay? Gotcha. Van, you had a question.
Never mind.
Why? What was the question? Ask it anyway.
Can we add another layer after the dry?
No. Don't paint another layer on top, please. It will create texture effects that will wreck the swatch. If you're not happy with the swatch, let it go. Just move on. I gave you the same advice with the grayscales. If there's something wrong with the swatch, abandon it and just do a new one. Please do. It's a good question. Do not paint over these swatches. Don't say, oh, I don't like that red. Like, why wouldn't you? It's gorgeous, right? But look how this thing's drying. Like, it's getting there, but it's going to be streaky. The yellow oranges look good. Ugh. Okay, I hate that. Hate that color. But the reds look good. Most of your colors will look fine. If you apply enough paint, get it down, smooth. Remember how gentle, and please don't be in a rush. That's what wrecks the swatches, is you guys are like, and you're painting too quickly, okay, and you leave too many brush strokes, and it wrecks the surface finish. Don't paint another layer. Just paint one. If you don't like it, do it again somewhere else. You'll get better swatches that way, trust me. You don't have to cut out anything. So when you come back next week, just bring in all of these sheets. All you have to do is paint. That's all I ask. Between now and next week, have all your swatches done, then we'll cut them out, then we'll edit them, we'll talk about how you're going to do the final assembly. Clear? Got it?
Yeah.
Go. So just to make sure, so this is what you need, all right? You do not need these, okay? You already did your grayscales. You will not need these colors for the color wheel. Wait, guys, wait, I'm not done. You will not need black or white for the color wheel at all. You're only using the colors, which are, again, there's 8 of them. Primary yellow, in this order: yellow, orange, pure red, rose violet, violet. You actually don't need ultramarine. You just need cobalt. Okay, it works better that way. I like ultramarine, but skip it. Save yourself some paint. You'll need this for another assignment. Cobalt, turquoise, green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you go from green back to yellow again. Okay? The last thing so that's all you need. No white, no black. The last thing I want to show you so that you are clear on this, because students, I don't blame you. I'm always looking for a shortcut, okay? But just so you know why the yellow is so important and why you have multiple tubes of it is, this is the only color that's out of the tube, the color for your color wheel, okay? Primary yellow out of the tube is the color you will use for the color wheel, I need something that's, could I have the Copic marker instead? I just need something that's darker. Shows up better on video. Sorry, that's how it is. Yeah. Oh, no. Shit, is this gray? Oh, my goodness. And you have a black one? Or a Sharpie?
I have a Sharpie.
Sharpie. Oh, fancy schmancy, aren't we? Oh, no, this is good. Okay. Yellow is primary yellow out of the tube. Everything else you're mixing. Nothing else is out of the tube. It's not like the grayscale where you had white and black out of the tube. It's yellow, and that's it. Everything else is a mixture.
What about the orange?
Where do the colors naturally fall? These colors, okay? Where would they fall on the color wheel? Your orange is actually a real red orange. This orange here is really, that paint is about here, okay? And your green, okay, the actual green on the color wheel needs to have yellow in it. So the green that's out of the tube would be roughly around here. So what color is required to paint half the color wheel? That's why you have extra tubes, and that's why it's tricky, because yellow is streaky, and it's half the color wheel where there has to be some yellow somewhere, okay? The violet is close to the violet. It's actually more of a blue. Cobalt is here. Turquoise is here. Rose violet is about where rose violet is. Pure red is actually like kind of up here. Pure red. The red, these are your primaries. Yellow, red, and blue. The blue is going to be pretty much a cobalt turquoise mix, and the red is going to be like this. It is not going to be like this.